Semende to some akoma aduonu aduonu nson ye mo nyina jo enwakwa aba edimoba Owia Kaseɛ news kuma stadium amekom ehope na yewe ebraso se anwumre no nsia Kaseɛ bode ensa asoso no yedeba na yede ebedan mo www.owiatv.com na Owia TV official ewo TikTok Owia TV Facebook na Owia TV so ewo YouTube bomade na on subscribing follow ya ubedi echie na wa share no like na do adwen che so de ato ama ye nyina ewo hono ye ma mo nyina adwo ententem so a ensema yensa aka no ende de besum no de edi mu akote no ebi ene se Ghana mampanyi John Dramani mama Afroja simpie ni apaso ama wodi nsembebre atodwa de afa wo mei abrabon
na mampanyi kasamu ana wo chese wonmo de $1 no anto na duafie na mmom sidi no ana omam na duranom amwanya ahoden
wa se bibi mindset braso se nyina yake hubomu sane ye be ya ye betimi akoyanim
wo se enipa be sempema hankunu aduonum ana mwadwane ohia esanse Ghana de hye be so pepekro de won manya nyumaye
abansi wo besinsa no nyuma suku foforo be sem yensa de aka hu
mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ahye bose sese de abetodwa se Ghana akoba bia yesi empa anyho no behwese saade no eto obetumi atwa
Ora Mubarak Muntaka Muhammad atodwa se Ghana anyintu mu se yenom wi wei ani afoforo pi na eka ho a anwumre no nsien yede eba na yede abesomo yemfa na ase ni bi emfa ema ya boafo a won maso yimu anwumre emo pafie eho na super premium any premium rice no womode aba yambi soya bean oil no so eka ho sa enso na odi yomi tomato paste no ede aba enu nti wo pemopa na watimi atobi na ade ya aduane amanema ede akonkan ede ama wa weekend ene yeduro no enkonkoto mufun bia emfa enkofie emanema enkoje ensemu wo mo amoye restaurant hotels no ne ade no ano amo eto ne ade no munyina schools ahodo no ye kanfo na yede amamo adum wono eben oye pasa enso na apatase omo ya chemfo hotel edi ntwanimu emare fi se media enso eye pass and garden ewo enkrampuni mantemo ewo nso ukoho no ma won sabeka wo mo ya no afre wo mo ewo 0244615117 0244615117 sa enso na dropping rural bank waso to fie no abe shareholder emfa so pay wa bank ni edwiri fi shabe se duanan ba ko ni o magye abasobode bebre enem si kapsamu dwade a wo mu di ni yenti no na wo so wa ba beka ho eya dale se ope shareholder ni bia na se ope se auto shares ni bia dial star 389 star 984 star 389 star 984 hash na wa follow instructions no na wo ko anim na be to shares na bibi bebre mfa so bebre e wo ho no mo sa so no me fixed deposit bosumi miensa bosumi nsia ene bosumi dumienu no fa so a wo benya no sika no be wa ene nkaya eka ho pacha wa obetimi afre e wo 0544745586 ana 0242387498 na ne edi nkomo wo mo ne
Jabolivia Enterprise yen kan chew se what the smart food aba na we e future life smart food or the aba esanse wo se otumi di kama na afu apomudi tumi sisine ho so eye ntime nka se pentin bi ada me ye esotiti bi gum me yenko eno ene kofa yare e de eba eno ntino wose wo mo aduane papa betimi aboa na sisi immune system ne kama na afa etumi aboa ma wapomudi ho nsem etumi SCP esita na future life smart food ayeka ho asem no ekita fiber sans na protein vitamins and minerals ahyemu ma se twumeboa amada wapomode ho nsem etimi ensine ho so na we no nya afi na akoso japa anasa ukofa anyina ho odin bia de akono anu nsuo bia we na eno ane se wodi gu adiem na wodi nsuo egu ho na wanu wadiem no watumi edine kama eno ya Bolivia Enterprise or the future life smart food aba ejaso so for line alignment odi wani achiremu patase kwanes so and abihu wo maso ye kese na ya frɛ 0242878090 na 0246010150 nene ya Bolivia Enterprise eni nkomonwuma kwei na won kete yasene mu a yede anwenu nsia kase boi ba kenkanfo a moti ye ne ewo mu ayemme Nana Kwame Achiman Opambo ena
Owia penny osu adriomi afei kaseɛ no enchiremu wɔmɛn amamra ɛma kwan sɛ afibia no yewura mu amampanyini ɛbɛkɔ ɔman Ghana mrahye bedwafie wɔde ɔman no ho pemasibrɛ ɛnkɔmɔ ɛkɔtodwa na wakyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛde ama ɔman no nyinaa nɛnɛ Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ayɛ sɛde amamra afi apem hankro aduonu mienu no ɛkyerɛ no na ne ɔde todwa wo kyerɛ mu nyinaa no sɛ nanu a ɔbɛfie wɔhyɛ bɔ sɛ ɔbɛbɔ mɔden no agya nam no so pampe no adoto nneɛma ɛyɛ sɛ wɔman no ebedi ye ho so ne yabu ye ho ne ahye ye ho so na sikasɛm mu ne yɛde ye ho nie na nneɛma akɔnkan ɛno nti na ne sɛ ɔre ɔman Ghana sikasɛm na nneɛma ekoyi ɛde ma no wɔse ɛnumom ɛna wɔsɛ yefa ne yɛde sie no so ne yɛko enkoden
of growth, progress and development. Mr. Speaker, I told this August House then, when I appeared before you last year, that would have to take tough, prudent, and necessary decisions to restore stability and credibility. Today, Mr. Speaker, I can say to you with confidence, Ghana is back. Ghana is working again. And Ghana is open for business. The fundamentals are improving, and the path to sustained acceleration is very clear to everyone. From the outset, we resolved to choose discipline over waste, reform over excuses, and stability over speculation. As a responsible government, our first order of business was to halt the economic hemorrhaging and restore order to our public finances. We tightened expenditure and commitment controls. We improved payables reporting and conducted a comprehensive audit of 2024 commitments to restore credibility and discipline. Mr. Speaker, these measures have begun to deliver some of the most remarkable economic outcomes in decades.
And so ne say yebese ye ho so yebebu ye ho ne yedi ye ho so ne yesikasem mu ne yentoto no adense ho ti osrepa fapem na na ehihim na ene fapem ne gina ne namro so pampe eno nti ne ehu se ne esikre mampanyi John Dramani Mahama
was State of the Nation address His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de ko tudwa ne dua yi mrahye de fie ni mu na mampanyi kire se won mo bae no na my Ghana cedi na tete ayese ko ntibe asa o de $2 ne ho de a na yese dollar no aye din and afi cedi na ye peche na enso obaye no wo mo edisi wani so ese no betumi akase won mo de sebe wanjeche dollar no amfa no ankwankoto KGBA mu ananse amfa safoa no ankoma IGP nemu won mo baye no omotumi aye nhyeya amenne obetumi akase cedi no enya hoɔden pampe ya gina na so sebe mpreduasa esremu apapon eno na omampanyi kire se wo fa cedi na de $2 no a ene cedi na hoɔden no etumi akosoro beso mu nchemu aduanan echipo enson wo de to euro no so ho a eno so akosoro beso mu nchemu aduasa echipo enkron ena afi pounds no so beso mu nchemu aduonu nan ena eno so cedi na timenya hoɔden ede etia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama
of growth, progress and development. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the cedi to put up a good fight against the other currencies. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the cedi to put up a good fight against the other currencies. And I'm pleased to report to this House that the cedi appreciated by 40.7% against the US dollar and by 30.9% against the British pound and by 24% against the euro. Mr. Speaker, Ghana's economic turnaround is broad-based and comprehensive. All sectors of the Ghanaian economy have witnessed remarkable improvement in our first year in office. And most importantly, Ghana's economy has surpassed the 100 billion mark for the first time.
So was sikasama yebeso mu no kwasemu nie na atoba ha na abre na wa ahokyere mu odin pa na ka meneye na o ma ne sidi na ayemremremre ayeboho afeye ahokyere mu odin a ekum abo akototo anwea pradada so no enna na temamufo ye namu na enso me hyebo se me de ensiye ne enweta so ho behyem na ma ye adwumaden e de aboa amane ma akonkan enno ana chiame hina wote adwamu ye nyina de ani kutu awisi ahwiri mienu santamu ye di huni nei.
When I last came before this House, I spoke candidly about the depth of the challenges we had inherited across all facets of our nation. Mr. Speaker, nowhere was this national malaise more evident than in the economic sector. We inherited an economy in severe crisis, burdened by unsustainable debt, high inflation, a rapidly depreciating currency, and an escalating cost of living crisis that had left our citizens reeling from unimaginable hardship caused by years of general imprudence and reckless management of the economy. Mr. Speaker, I was clear from the outset that recovery would not come easily. But I was also clear that I'll stop at nothing to turn this situation around and bring relief to Ghanaians. I promised then that just as I have confronted and overcome crisis in the past, I'll reset our economy and return us to a path of growth, progress, and development. Mr. Speaker,
Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mananso asanso de ato edwase se utie aban enkuntabu for meche government statistical service a wonum abo amane se Ghana de hye be se empem ahankono aduonum na nanka oyina buburo wonum adamu nenso afia etwamu ekona wie na wonum atumi afrimu afi enipa be so pepe ekro ani akire ana na wonum nso eni enyuma wonum eye nenso sankofoi wonum ebu nkonta wo kire se womatumi anya nyuma ni bia wonum eye enu edi adanse se oh my Ghana enhye pa aban bai wode ato akwan mu no so aba ematimamufo a na wonum ni adwuma ye no mu nso anya bia wonum eye.
And according to the Ghana Statistical Services, over 1 million Ghanaians have found employment between Q1 and Q3 of 2025. Mr. Speaker, and 950,000 Ghanaians have escaped multi-dimensional poverty over the same period. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to report that our external position has strengthened significantly. By December 2025, our current account recorded a surplus of 9.1 billion, representing 8.1% of our GDP. This is a remarkable increase from 1.5 billion or 1.8% of GDP in 2024. These achievements have been driven by robust gold, cocoa, and non-traditional exports, and increased remittance inflows. This improvement demonstrates that our economy is gaining strength and resilience again on the global stage.
Etraso de futuo ade ma bibi nyina se ne se de wiase ne si kono e kame akwa se amodoma ko nhyiamu no ebi won ma ya ne komo wo pa ebi won so ekodi tia won pa na wo mo ekoma wo mo ye wo mo amotena se ahyehye won mo mra no enu nti mu a esemo nka ho no da bia no na mo de matwen yo sa akwada ya ma na biani nie enu nti bra so se bibi nyina ye de ahotoso anidaso ye gi ehudi ye nya rehyemu wo ye nkasa ye mu se ye betumi ayo wo se no Ghana ehu ba ye mu se ye ntimi mfa ye ho nto sabio enkrofo sa e bra so se wo se ye nyina ye so gyan na mro so pampe na ye nso ye ko pe ye yedie enu nti nche kra Ghana ebo modern ama Landmark Health Sovereignty Summit wɔn mo edi dwuma yi ɛwɔ nkrɛmpomponi mantam a wɔn mo yɛyɛ enti wɔtuo bibima nyinaa afo si yɛ nyinaa yɛn ke ehumum yɛn nyɛ mu gidie na bɛfa.
Mr. Speaker, this moment of national renewal unfolds against the backdrop of a world in profound flux. The global order we once knew is being rapidly reshaped, and the so-called rule-based international system endures only as long as it protects the advantages of those who designed it. Once emerging nations like ours begin to operate within those same rules to rebalance power, the very architects of that order prove willing to relax their commitments. Ghana, like many nations, has learned this hard truth. We cannot respond to this new reality with fragmentation, hesitation, or continued dependence. History has long taught us that resilience and prosperity will not be handed to us. They must be built deliberately through cooperation, self-belief, and strategic alignment. This era ahead demands that Africa must move from a posture of dependence to one of collective self-reliance.
John Dramani Mahama was so added to Jawane Kasemu say, Ekachishudia one betu yena and from Beja Asye, Yene, Eviasea Mansenska Crabia Batine, Eddie and Gitahon, and Shea Dahone, and Mua, one way Ankran Comedian and Wodin, Eddie, a year, Jumana Sicano, Esum, US dollars, Nebes of Pepe, Ahenum, $500 million was a bino, Etimi, Ayen Sheasa, Ekano, what you are Eddie, a free man penny sansuri to just say, so we share on my Ghana, a free and Fimpino, any a do and Crumvisi and Fimpino, any a dununai, Fangwana yetuno, a bar from cra, Arches Sika, I nyadi film no so echo for manje bia, any ankre no, na itminya bese, or pepe edu son ba kwachi po and nine, nanso and Fimpino, any edunai konewie no, na abejina barrier no, or pepe edu nine enkron, a chipo mienua echese, na abafo mi papa, no sinina kanfuano. Abanya bomodi anhia hodo bia awase otumi ye amianyam from eja edi dijuma wo my Ghana mu no wonum etua saa eka no.
Mr. Speaker, I can also announce that we are paying for every gas we are consuming today. In addition, between January and December 2025, through carefully coordinated policy actions, the government settled all outstanding gas invoices that were owed to ENI and Vitol, amounting to approximately $500 million. And so Ghana is now fully up to date with its gas consumption obligations to the Sankofa partners. And I'm pleased to announce that the 2026 budget has made adequate provision to ensure timely payments for all liquid natural gas that we consume going forward. Mr. Speaker, to ensure equity and fairness, the government has also held constructive engagements with Tallow Oil and the Jubilee Field partners, and we've reached a comprehensive roadmap to guarantee full payment for all gas that is consumed. This approach supports reliable nationwide electricity generation and accelerates industrial growth. Engagement with upstream partners has resulted in increased gas production, guided by a clear national vision to rapidly scale up domestic gas supply and reduce reliance on expensive liquid fuels. Mr.
Oil refinery na chese bom mode na efom wo yetunu bo na dada ni yenya kota de yenya diesel de yenya petrol ene ne me kan ho afirimu no finhia bebre ni ene no so ape ba bi ate akode ntimi nya adwuma ni nyina ne se mfidie na sese isika ya de bayo no ene swade hunu ni ho nanso aban ba ni swade hunu nti me dem ka se finhia mpimienu ene aduonu num bronya bosumi no mu ene hyase se ebo adwuma wade ni nyina ekokobai se crude distillation unit no CDU no woma bomode asiesie ne ne me kan wo so omode ya ni nyina eboa enam sayo no so ama Institute for Energy Security IES wonum any local green association any kuwodo aka ensha abansi wo mu nyina ebo wo mu nsem se hia e de ma aban se we die ebeboa.
I'm also pleased to announce to you that Tema Oil Refinery is back. The new The new management of the refinery has successfully completed extensive turnaround maintenance. And I'm pleased to inform you that this August House that for the first time since 2018, the refinery has commenced processing of crude oil into petroleum products again. So, Mr. Speaker, let me assure our countrymen and women that the energy sector reforms continue unabated. I remain fully committed to turning around the sector, strengthening its foundations, and ensuring reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy security for our nation. Mr. Speaker, agriculture remains central to our national
to edwase abanda gina wosi edefa koko hono na emu edin yi papapa nanso wansi sa gina na enyi de bierata yenyina ebehye ne nso ayenkyere ena mpanyimfo bo amane sede koko bo esi egina ewa adwaman so ne Ghana cedis no empem aduanan baako ahasa aduokono mienu 41,392 eno eye ton baako bia de wonmo ede ege eno no na ochichemu ana ewo se akuafo na anye bikura no bag baako bia ema no Ghana cedis no empem mienu cedis no ahanum aduowotwe enson 2,587 Ghana cedis ana yede makua ni bia bag baako ana mampani echese nyese bia ebuapae na mum no senka oyese kokoo no woto no ebua na ejina dada na ansha ajesenka aban ne kwaje besia ene wode abehim eba ne sanso a na ekatwitwiri di ene amanehunu a yeko mu fa esikasemu a ne yepese efiri mu ne yasa akote atomanu nti ene namso a wonum esisa ejina no.
Speaker, this unplanned expenditure would have taken us right back to the very devastating economic problem we have only recently begun to escape. So, Mr. Speaker, while fully understanding the concerns and protests of our farmers, I can firmly assure them that the reforms announced by government will see a total transformation of the cocoa sector. And it will guarantee them a fair and transparent price that enables them to meet the cost of producing the commodity and making decent margins. Mr. Speaker, the difference between economic hardship and avoiding the same is the exercise of sound economic judgment. And I'm determined to take decisions that ensure our collective well-being and avoid the suffering of all our citizens. These are difficult decisions to take, but Mr. Speaker, I had to take them.
Mampani adia tudwa biem no to aso se ensano nwuma school no edi akotene pa di tintiman ewo man chichiriye ene ne yoyom eboa ma mabunu etimi nya adwumayo eboa ma mabunu eni adwumayo no emo kan se English kasem unemployment rate no eso titimi eba fom yeyinti no aban ne abrese krodom a wode ene den ene ahoden ede behyem no akono wadre yeyinti no wasebo se ene wombehya ase na womato fapem ede afirifom ede akoria technical university se de kani wombesi mako miensa mono kra ede aka ho na de wo dada no so wo mo hyem kina wa mana so ha yeni anu ma chechefo asabi okudonto etoda ba bi o cheche ni be pon no de na diti ebe kwa kwato no so no na eno so aye kana no wo so wo bebo moden amedan kra be se empemaduonum 50,000 unit housing wo ma bomoden na wo mo susu wo mo sisi na we no wo mo beto kese na wo mo ne district assembly common fund no get fund na afei Ghana National Association of Teachers wo mo nyina ato kese na wo ma boa se ne be ani so de wi bebam ni titiriu wo mo mu nkronkitire mu ene bia ya wodo a ya na de kire eja no na aboa mo mu so dwuma no aya akono kakra.
Mr. Speaker, technical universities play a critical role in closing the skills gap and reducing youth unemployment by delivering high-quality, industry-aligned and practice-oriented training within a broader policy framework that stimulates labor demand. In this regard, government is going to establish 3 new technical universities to strengthen skills development, enhance innovation, and support national industrialization efforts. Mr. Speaker, the Teachers Housing Initiative is a joint effort involving district assemblies, Common Fund, Get Fund, NATS, and JESOPs. and the aim is to build 50,000 housing units for teachers. This initiative is called the Teacher Dabre, Baby a Teacher Beda. This partnership demonstrates our collective dedication to enhancing teachers' living conditions and boosting the retention of teachers, especially in rural and remote areas, and ensuring that teachers can live, work, and retire with dignity and security. Mr. Speaker, by prioritizing equitable access and expanding infrastructure, we're investing in human capital.
Dramani Mahama area to ejase wo hye Ghana for ebo se we yedi obi beko eresabia ne beka che nipa ne se sebe empa eni wonti nipa kone yemfa ne nkoba foforo no de aban behwese sa ne mani nyina ebetumi afri horo na afi Ghana for enya apomuden mapa mampanyi distance mitudwa abra enchere ye kura owura bi onya mfinhia aduonu nkron awoye engineer Charles Emisa ebeto dwase putuprum yemfa ne nko ayaresabia nenso yedi owura iko ayaresabia bese miensamu nanso ni nyina no won mo kire se empa eni ho no bed enti krachi famu ewu ya akoye arehosem ade ama omai Ghana no eno na mampanyi kasade afa wo no wo kire se abanu nhyiemu no wohwe animu kwan se Rich Hospital no eye ni phase 2 no betumi ahwe na waye ho adwuma saa enso ena mampanyi ekire se La General Hospital no nso ombehwe na watumi ato asafe oba Asante Mantamu a se Owia Regional Hospital no nso ombehwe na watumi aye ho adwuma Afari eye anase Afari Military Hospital no nso obehwe na watumi awie Comfort Teaching Hospital eka ho maternity ena afi bebia enkoda no nso yebehwe won mapomudin ade aka ho ni nyina no mampanyi chese ombehwe na watumi ade akọ awie pa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama
Issue guidelines to eliminate the unacceptable no-bed syndrome. Patients facing medical emergencies must be received and given help, if even under makeshift conditions. You don't need to have a comfortable bed to save a patient. No patient must be turned away from any health facility they report to. Mr. Speaker, but in the meantime, government will expand capacity by implementing the Rich Hospital Phase 2 project to increase the number of beds at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. We will also continue and complete the Police Hospital project, and also continue and complete the La General Hospital. Mr. Speaker, in the Ashanti region, we will complete the Sewa Regional Hospital. We will complete the Afari Military Hospital, and we will complete the Comfort Teaching Hospital Maternity and Children's Block. Mr. Speaker, we remain on course to build a stronger, more resilient, and more self-reliant health system for all Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, roads are very important.
Minimum Kaseɛ Economic and Organized Crime Office. Iyo ko se de etwa wo mu di ni tia na ye bɔ no no. Wo mu guso ane ensem egu wo mu a wo mu hwem be sa hanan aduosia mienu. Enum mu no makomako be se edunum de Minimum Kaseɛ wo mu gina ko otra wo mu yi wo mu ho ano a. Enya asem ketwa. Ni nyina mu no agya boso ko ba ye de timi age niema boso aban ne sen ne ye wia ne ye de akosi efie no. Wo se no makomako be se edu enum aduonu nkono mum ana wo mu nsa aka wo magye ede ama wo man enso wa ensam pepia nkomache wotwe nwi enegu wo mu na so wo mu biebie makomako ehwe mu obo ache makomako se de ye bokoko akonhoma sika no na ni nyina mu no me ne wo Kaseɛ aban na sinwi no so no wasisu bia se enya de akata hyehye proye ene kankan obemana jinhini na enya baabia gina ewo no na ban mu enu nti no de ne yede ne nkoden ate agina ma wo no kopa no de eka akire kura ne se me no Kaseɛ opepema hensia opepema ahensia 600 million Ghana cedis sika Economic and Organized Crime Office here wo mu wiaye no wo matumi age ede amayen.
I agree with the sentiments of Ghanaians that we must press harder on this accelerator. As of December 2025, IOCO has recovered more than 600 million Ghana cedis. The office has investigated 462 cases, with 15 currently under prosecution. It has dismantled transnational carjacking syndicates and has recovered 29 luxury vehicles that were stolen. Mr. Speaker, the government remains resolute that corruption will not be tolerated, regardless of status or political affiliation. The Attorney General's office will continue to use both criminal prosecution and non-conviction-based assets recovery mechanisms to ensure that stolen public resources are returned for national development.
Eba ekwamboni anipa binumo faso etu efuma gudi ekane se illegal mining nso a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kasafa hona wo kire se kane no nanke ye de ani asi wonu mu asebe wonu mu akwhye kwa ibretum anase nsuo so na omu funtum asase no etu efuma gudi ne so na emomu no wonu mu a edisika eso asene mu ehye sankofo ne kutupa emokotu efuma gudi ne de na yenhyeda emfa yadwen enko wonu mu so wasesebe ebetumi akongalamse no na Ghanafo atimenya ahotone ade ho ade free sansamone no ho enti no ene de omaye bi ene se wonu mu a etabrisika dosopo na wode sogalamsefo nasenim emokotigu kwayem ena afei oman yensuo ni ade yenkwaye breto wonu mu se no ni nyina ade asankofo no wotu wonu mu so esa na wose anamo bi a wonu mu etu ye nse sebe ya womu a yache wonu mu efa galamse ho ebetumi adi wonu masam wano na asotwe bi oyetimi di ama wonu mu ntino enam so ama mampanyin na nkasa atena kase mu omo ahyeda ati abedekuo bi a omo hwe atumi aboho bra na wadana di kire se enkroto ahodo bese oha aduanan ene echi ene honde yebetumi akase galamse agin hini wo hopa na asu nyina nkanfu ano mampanyin kire se wonu mu na so de biara da ogusu a wotu anamo ahwese sankofo a womutu galamse no yebetumi atu wonu mu susa.
Speaker, illegal mining continues to pose a grave threat to our environment, water bodies, public health, and national security. Mr. Speaker, prosecution of persons engaged in illegal mining has been intensified, with a renewed focus on dismantling organized criminal networks behind galamsey operations, rather than targeting only the little fish, low-level offenders. Mr. Speaker, in all these galamsey operations, there are big fish who never get caught. Mr. Speaker, in total, over 114 case dockets involving hundreds of accused persons are pending in various courts across the country, particularly in towns and villages that are prone to illegal mining. Specialized prosecutorial teams have been deployed to fast-track illegal mining cases, ensure the effective presentation of evidence, and pursue the confiscation and forfeiture of equipment and proceeds used in or derived from illegal mining. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to gender...
Ababedru ni botan ni swadi na watu ndi se the big push na ochiremu a menemo kasayi kwansi maako bese apem wahane aduanan ennan ene etwa omanu tu ene nata eho ahia wo mo eye saa kwanye sika botene hyembuo no eye opepepem aduonum 50 billion Ghana cedis ana wo mo de ahyem wa mananso wa wose akwanye wo no a eno nso no atochema na ewo sensiesie no nso kwansi bese empem mienu eno nso wonu muguso a wonu mu eye ho ensiesie a wonu ye ho adwuma wadre ewo memu na wowie no de eba na anu ada de ode tu yanimu kwantempo adam tudo efri enkrampumprima mantemo ede besi kumase wonu mu afrani se Accra Kumase Express we no eno nso wode tudwa wo kiremu se ene Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund ye futuo yi ene omo de beto ho aka wo mo ni ahwe hu nsiesie ni nwunwuma ebekoso ene ade nyina no won mo de aye na ahyemu kena ewo wa menanso a Eastern Corridor ekwan eno nso wo hwe se anya hwe no yebekwa kodru fi champimienu ene aduonu enso no mu no ekwan ne bedam trudo Accra Tema motorway na ne ma atimi akonkan opeso ma kwan na obiebie medwadie ya akono de mafa bienu ma mo toto ntade ewo tudu ene adwadifo awodro won mo eka ho na abo ma setremu nso atimi aye akono eno nso sei ene odi tudwa.
Mr. Speaker, as I speak to you, work has started on 50 major road projects that cover a distance of 1,144 kilometers. The total estimated cost of these projects is 50 billion Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, government is also completing 23 projects that were awarded by the previous administration but were not paid for. These projects amount to another 573 kilometers and are estimated to cost 15 billion cedis. So if you add that to the 1,500, it means about 2,000 kilometers of roads are currently undergoing rehabilitation as I speak. This
John Mahama and State of the Nation's addresser, whatever tree dran ebi any upon who a day amamui.
Na o expectation no o wutie we ho asem de na wo hwe ni mu kwan se obetumi ate no wotie ni nyina
de hia me pa de me maka se obesi da de metene mu kra na enye makono se ora no krono no kata o men so obeka ye auditor general de ba ye no na afimua no na opepepim dumienu 12 billion Ghana cedis nkrofo ache de wia edi kwade ayo mo se tam enti misusu se etimi tuatua sa atokro no na obi a wawi oman ni sika ne di ni ngina se ni bi anim enye se ye kwotena temu keke ye gi ye sika no ye sa de na tumu a enu mo bebo amoman na konkan sense e bi a ye si schools because e sika na eni enye betimi di aye infrastructure development
o ra na du ba bi no me figures na se ehun nsensem bi abeba anti wo de yentwen ma atani general so ne nsem ne sunwie na yehu asem no porte ba bia yigina
to na san won sama ba no wantimi anti obi an se otwa ye ntro nti am de no so ye bi wa ye be hu kwan ye be fa so ye be kan
jo abusia yada so etinamu e wo Ghana mrasibe dwafi ho no na mampanyi edina no disem no etu dwa ewie na ama ho akohia se edonkuma no na afi don kese no famu nyina wonom betumi akire won madwen kakra edi afa ho enam so emamrasibe dwafi achi amehene ema obibia sima enum se wonfa nkasa kakra emfa ho na edom kese a ewo mrasibe dwafi wonum kandifuo eye owura mahama ayarega esoriginal na de odi tudwa ense no kwasem ni Ghana aban abon humbodin yi papa seba kokko akuafo ene wonum sika semo a ebe baye no ehu a wo kire se wo hye nansemu Africos fofiti asese wonum ebeto kokko no sika mo atwa ede ato no wo sese a esum sefa no be se apem ena afi ahanwoche ena omode womde no eje na se wode no tutu ensanie ni ede ba Ghana cedi ni mu a na eche se Ghana cedi ne be se apem ahanu aduonu enum 1225 Ghana cedis ena bag ba ku bia Ivory Coast for no eto wonmo de nanso ene Ghana ban eto bag ba ku bia cedis no empemienu cedis no aha enwotwe aduonum enson ewo honom na se 2587 Ghana cedis ana Ghana ban etono na no anowura mahama yare gache se ofa Ghana bo no na de toto de Ivory Coast for etono ho a na eche se Ghana akuafo de no eya abonta echen Ivory Coast for se de won musi etono nunti aban na ya de a ewo se ye boyensem ede emano.
Mr. Speaker, it seems today is about cocoa prices. I can understand. Mr. Speaker, let me read Reuters today. Reuters has confirmed Ivory Coast will pay cocoa farmers 800 to 1,000 CFA francs per kilogram for the mid-crop starting March 1st. The main crop price was 2,800 CFA francs per kilogram. When converted to Ghana cedis, this is about 980 to 1,225 Ghana cedis per 64 kilogram bag. Mr. Speaker, Ivory Coast will pay cocoa farmers 800 to 1,000 CFA francs per kilogram from the mid-crop starting March 1st. The main crop price was 2,800 CFA francs per kilogram. When converted to Ghana cedis, this is about 980 to 1,225 per 64 kilogram bag.
Senior eti your penina wono and a candy for the ma Edom Kaseɛ ɛwɔ Ghana mmarahyɛbadwa fie owura Mahama Ayarega
na no see ya na Edom kuma no candy for no nyamfo Alexander afinyo Markins no Ayarega ene Mahama wasi John Dramani mama Ghana mampanyini em say ahotem no dina slogan no enwa na da so ye oda 24-hour economy omonyo women's bank omonyo koko nene wate so ahwan so amene akosi fom amana no makuafo won mo tahi ehi wo mo ho abo mo je wo mo gina anyi wasi aban no ye John Dramani mama no wo manani nko eniema we hu no wo mo nhwe na wo mo nye na de wo mo de nam ne de enya de fa kwam.
What the president failed to tell the people of Ghana is that 1 year in government he's still acting with slogans, no action. Mr. Speaker, electricity tariffs have skyrocketed and Ghanaians cannot afford electricity. We have thousands of Ghanaian youths were dismissed through a letter by the Chief of Staff. It's part of the state of the nation. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, there is a scandal looming. Security services recruitment, TribeNet, we know who brought that company to the ministry. Kama has a way. And we, the minority, will pursue the person and make sure there's full disclosure. Mr. Speaker, the cocoa farmers, they have reduced producer price and Erikopoku cannot be found. They don't care about cocoa farmers and they are here telling us inflation, macroeconomics lebedi. Macroeconomics lebedi. Mr. Speaker, Galamsey continues. Ghanaians continue to suffer under this Galamsey hardship, and we expect concrete action to be taken on Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, to conclude, our elders say, give credit where credit is due. Mr. President is telling us today that some gains have been made. Those gains through this gold for reserve. Mr. Speaker, the gold for reserve policy, what they have failed to tell Ghanaians is that the Baumia that they attack.
Ghanaian boy and Adrian is a fulera and afe Gaza one was until ne tia masi afe emebunu and omo chire wo mu okoko bo na aba fom yo ene gloria no nyama ba na je na niema koye nyina no Baumia na wono mpana sem na kwan be se Baumia na mpana sem wono tipe so da epa and wo de sa niema we nyina ba nti ya mo ka momfa na ase ne ayeyi ni bi emfama no we Alexander Afinyo Markins efutumra chebedwani
Vuzere radio wunti ade ko. Jo. Abusiyama yentu akase bono eso. Abano abamane se enche kura Ghana fo nya ho boy sanse. Won besan so register yesim kase a yede ediduma awe mobile phone so no. Na we ayensem o mansuafo a wo hwenkita wudie abafo kwan ye faso diseso aniema won nsem so na edibetu jasem na to George na wo kire se sebeya o my Ghana ye ho nsensem ebetumi akoye na nkoba se obi befa akoni asaso na sim card no wode ediduma boni enu ntina ama ho akohia se won mutu sa anamo no na wode sansem tudwa wa bra 2026 Data Protection Commission na one conference ekoso eno ase enura Samuel na to George say we anamo bia wonum etu na unimi se Ghana abakwasem nyebredi kan ni die nanso eho akohia se sim card no ye besan so register bio na aboa am ye bambon sensem ewon tenten video ni so no atimi akoyie.
The failure in the last SIM card registration has left us with the difficult but necessary decision. After extensive cabinet deliberation, we're announcing the beginning of the processes for a new SIM card registration exercise across the whole country. This exercise will be the first in our history to have live verification against the NIA's database and provide biometric verification for every registration. Let me state this upfront. The upcoming SIM card registration exercise will prioritize customers' comfort. We are putting in place measures, working with the Chamber of Telecoms, to avoid long queues, including self-service portals and a seamless process for completing the registration. The failure in the last
Pesiasum Rashidjani, Ayura Samuel Nati George, on in this Wafua. Washenki Town and Samso and Yatini.
Now, won't call my Ghana Rashid, fear by Ghana, man, Penny Biabaco, Sawa Cacao, man, and somewhere, Sabia go to Biriano, Nayam Passre, and in Yamabia, a engine, Wasoka Crow Honomo, and I don't come on a corner no more Tuntum, and I want more Eddie, Kentayan, and Kumebi, Eddie Aguamukum, and Yatroso Coquia for Yamo Boto. Nebra Achamini, Alban King for Smana Babin, Elbow His Excellency John Dramani Mama. It is a one from no piano sono ena edom dodo ne ehya se odi asempa na mo 24-hour economy ena edom dodo no so edom kuma no so wono so ehya so edom so yanka so beti so ye yanka so beti so wo mukura kokoo yibie ena
Atos
yanka so beti so ne da ho no edom kuma no ne dom dodo so na meti bi bom se cocoa smuggling ana anu so na no mo so ka didi ati no cocoa smuggling ni for na smuggling cocoa no
se we mu no pese o mo kire se edom kase no o mo kire se asempa na Muhammad Eba na edom kuma ne kire se o mo di o mo ka se cocoa no o mbeti so
en wate so
na smuggling ne be koso say what is so dia na che say koku no smuggling no ebe koso
interpreter na chire mu dia mayewi nti eno ano ye nkwa yobo
democracy ye fe de
akono
ayu abusian concern fufuro mu na senior officer wo Ghana National Fire Service adwumakuo ne mu na wakyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛm ɛfa drim kata se ne proya ɛkɔso ɛwɔ man Ghana mu die nti ɛwɔ se yɛ me yɛ ne bere na yɛtumi ɛko saa deɛ no na wɔ kasa wa bra ɔmamba pa eku a wɔn hwɛ ɛkyerɛkyerɛ yɛ na sɛdeɛ mekyerɛ NCC adwumakuo na bedwam kasa kyerɛ adwumadie bi ɛkɔso na ɛfa drim kata se ne proya ɛho ɛna wɔ kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ Ghana ha yɛti yɛmu pii na ye Christopher de onye Christo ni nso no na oye musumini de ono nso onye musumini no osobodua mu na wode akanche de obesam ne nan so ne wasam ne nan na wode afre nyankopon wode befre no na nso ni nyina nkamfua no Bonefo sem wa ekoso o man Ghana mu dream ketase ene proye no eye kro ya ene ye wo se awrehosem ene se wono ankasa ne papa ne waye adwuma na wako ahomegie mu papa yi abre bia obeye na adwen se ne papa ahomegie mu sika wo kwa akope e wo se wo foro hyen ade free ho hya na ode be pie mu e wo enkran obeduru a ne yaka ade a kire ne se ne papa nkrata asem no enye krado anu nti e wo se wo sa akonachi wo se aduru ba bi ma wo tue sika ansa na papa ne nkrata no ne papa ye adwuma ho meji sika no ye hwa ye ho adwuma ede amane nti o man ne de jirim ne kata ase hye proye no ye wo bi ekompa ensem o de tudwa enie abusia nanka yeguso ehwese dumja adwumako pani ensem ahodo a o de tudwa no nka yebetumi abo amaye nyina ye tie bie enso agene ho ebepam yebeto aso
ani yento aso no ha ne mfamam Owia Mubarak Muntaka Muhammad aso asemra hyebedwani yosofo a wo ye fisam nsam so nanu ada ye de beto monim se na Quality Control Commission de aba betudwa se afedi o man Ghana mra hyebedwa no age atuma emra aba wonum be makwan no mahwe no mama nkrata de amani pa bi o msefata so ombetumi adua wi no ene ne yekeke ka ho a na eno ena akoye ntinyiwahyew e wo man Ghana ne monten ene ne ntwodo ne ntwiada so a ene ebidu bani age pa kese obenya kwan no atimi ahye bi no atwe bi no amea ena Owia Mubarak Muntaka se enye saa o yenka saa o de yeka nyina ne se de America Canada ana afi amawodro bi enam emra kroten so no mogina no mahyehyɛ no mudi enya mfaso pewa ayarehwem ayaresem ade ne mekeke ka ho no saa bi ne yenso ye ba beye ne yama kwan ye se ne be ya wi no ayaduro pa sadi ya trone kan wose mu ni aduaba no na momfa aba ne nsa nyarewa na emom ye nkomma wo bi enkoye ne sadi ye wo peninti no ane ye de mra e de to na nya se ya hye sa afedi obi atimi atwi bi de bi
about recreational use of drugs. Ghana is not legalizing weed. And I repeat, we are not legalizing weed. We are creating a world-class Ghanaian controlled industrial herb and therapeutic cannabis sector that will compete with the likes of Canada, the United States of America, and Germany, while protecting public health and national security. The Fees and Charges Miscellaneous Provision Amendment Regulation 2025, LI 2512, that's LI 2512, as approved by Parliament of Ghana, provides for the fees and charges associated with the cannabis licensing program. The Narcotics Control
Owia Mubarak Muntaka to aso echirem kwan ya wo mo faso na sanjihye o maye ama ya mankrofo nkrata dije.
Main categories of licenses are available. Namely, for cultivation, if you want to cultivate, you have to have a license. If you want to process, you have to have a license for that. If you want to breed, you have to get a license. If you want to research into it, you have to get a license. If you want to set up a laboratory for testing, you have to get a license. If you want to store it, you have to get a separate license. If you want to even transport it, you have to get a license for that. You want to import, you want to export, all that. The most interesting thing, and I know the media are here, you want to advertise this, you have to have a license to even advertise it. So it's not something that you can just sit and tomorrow morning you start advertising because somebody has come to see you. No, you have to have a license to even advertise.
Owia Muntaka Muhammad afase mra hyebedwani wosofo a ohwe fisam nsam so
ahemfo ena afi timamufo won wo mempasem won kran pomponi mantamu ena won mo kire se hubua abo won pa esanse langasefo yi echeche won wo se wotu fie anase wasase so kra na ma bepamu afiri ho a akoye ahimsem ede ama won pa na timamufo won wo mempasem ena mo de to IGP ena afi national security ena oswafo a wo hwensa asesem ene abobremu niema eso enmise wonko won mmoa esanse se dia yamjihye ena won mu ankasa kru eni asase no won mu de etisunsenchofo nhyimu a won mu yeye ohina wodi won mu anim aye ni togbo ampa wuku ena ode sansemi etudwa
all disease from the land and it is coming to
bringing some, what do you call them, investors to come and occupy the land. I said, no. When they came to me, I said, no, I will not sit down for this thing to happen. And you know, when he's doing this, he did this when the previous government was then in power. And as such, he disturbed that government. And today he has come to another government, which is now a new government. So I'm appealing to the president and the lance minister. They should sit down very, very well. Because this guy, Clement Jato, will destroy so many things if they don't take time. He went to Medina.
Samuhene ni togbo ampa wuku ena wode sanseme tudwane no akiri no ena wote se wohene ne kasa obo wura Clemens Jato edin papa ya be ni huano a wo kire se ensem a won mo kan sebe o matena se ahyeda ahyehye ena mo kan edi afa no ente sa de biera da no wo fiti ase edi ne juma wo mfimpi no ene edunkruma o man ne nsa ase ahodo no ena wo hwese obetumi abo ho ba
abi unia me pocho abi unia me pocho se trafo bebre ni me je aviation assassin 600 gallon back to government me je atomic assassin me je boteman assassin me je amrayan assassin tuba ene wager assassin back to government me je kokwase amasama assassin back to government kokwase contest gra me je back to government enti amafo bebre eni majuma mema boga na ena me basam kra kitikiti bi pe na zazen kitikiti amafo afa airport ne kaneshi ni na ye come so na eje back to government afa na ba be start ejuma na nkasa enti omo sapo omonso eni samina yie na omo fan fight na yende I ready say ye besi bia no once I advance as idea ye beje some amuka say me individual me why na be edi ni on besi wo say ono individual o je advance as ya oni aban eni kitamo bia
Owia Clemens Jato ani yetini na yesa asasen de wo kire se sapono kra huronim ti afeni wo twitwi samana ensasen de on beje edi ama aban
Ahafumantem posi domso sign DCOP Ora James anode atodwa sanya no kreda se obiba no obeyi o masotre efe bibi hu aya na wo mo de sani pakro nisu ene ni nipadua de kwoto abonten wo se toda wo mo ana ya na wo no yosa so obi won nsem bi a opese suma sem bi no obeka na opese okọ regional police commander na nkasa wo no mo a akwanya da ho no mo a obetimi akọ
se ukomu pa ebi omo a wona odi information ni ba wona na sa akoyi won ho e kire fine ye obi so ha sabi ehwehwemu no ana odi information ba na ye ntumi a handle ni ye ba mpese me hye amanfo bo na me so nkran se police station bia ewo ahafo ha na ewo ba bia no ukọ na ohwe commander no generally as a police ni bia atumi ekipu secret na sabi ebia ubeka se wo bia won trust system na bibi kura na commander se wo hafu kan nyina home office e fa sa information ko na wo fama e bo ho ba mpono se wo ma information bi na kire no e ko ba se bibi nti se wa oni o se den yo amma abetodwa se bia ye hu se e wo a ma police wo asonte ma commander na asonte na Bible bia se no so ye tema ba pese mi so bia bo se nsisa
mu asiedu ewo ahafumantem sa de to se binum se ya na nsam ne bakra wo hu ne pomasi bre bebe be kwa akosi wo se no so ya wo mu de echi pa ne nhwemu ne ba asotwen no wo mu edi ma sa nkrofo no
sabi bibie ni ho a be kakra wo nti ho asem ye pa ye be peda foforo ne ya tena se ne ahwe nsam asisi ha bidie nyina ye be fam ne ahwe se sabi o nsam esi ha na arrest bia echi no sabi akoda bibie ni ho a dapa na ko na ko wie court na punishment ko e ho no na court ne bia ma nti bibie ni ho a betwa sabi bia nya na dwumu fan na
on fa na ho the entire police action be adwuma mo so
OP James ano aye ahafuman tempo si dom so sign na yetene nkan
Abusia begina enusu na anyimre no nsia kase bore de ni nyina asi ewo hadom na ase nkoma newsroom abuafo kuku jando akoso ya somu ase yeko MCR nso a obapa ya Grace ono na ehso tenetene makama ya Grace na kire brofo ewo fie hanom
ne brofo kapa chako
ya Grace na zmen ka hospital enti ya Grace eno no na Simo enso ewo honum bi Mr. President enso boyichidom ana na yaw light ni bibia toto ne makama ama yitimi edekase boyi ebaye nemum samufo eye owura asante yebo Benedict ana kenkanfo ne yemme nana kwame achiman opambo ena
abusia pani osu adiomi up next no eye Owia Sports John Mama say obesre mokwa World Cup na monsa amra na me wo faduna tampo bu amfu amwanza amfa ankoka aman a omo man ebesa no
na wo ye de wo kwa wo beba
semeko ne hia na mnya koduru a na ebehu na ebesi
wo kwa wo beba
me se semeko ne hia yeso se na